You're muted. Yes, 1, 2. Julie. Julie. Yeah. You might not like what I gotta say. Nothing.
I'm writing down everybody's name so far. This might just work. Because there's a few people.
I have us on the camera, and if anyone else needs to go on.
You have a mic. We might not need one. Wait a couple more months.
I guess I'll pass everyone out.
Oh, no, I can do that, Tracy. Got it. All of you guys are. Your packet's right here. Sorry, I thought you were-
No, he's got his packet.
Well, but
Oh, maybe, can I see the meeting call? Okay, I got it, thanks.
You could probably be loud enough.
Or they can move forward.
No, this mic's not, I didn't check this mic.
All right,
Okay,
we're
that
good.
mic works
Can you
well.
guys
We're gonna
all
go back
hear
and forth with this mic.
us? Okay. Well, if you can all hear me, we're good. Oh, there's batteries here.
Okay, to be able to hear, so I'll run this mic back and forth. and see.
All right. Okay, so the time's 7 o'clock and I call the special town meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm going to read the call of the meeting. Notice of special town meeting, September 14th, 2021, Town of Allentown. The Board of Selectmen of the Town of Allentown, Connecticut hereby warns and gives notice that a special town meeting of the town will be held at the Allentown Elementary School, 195 Main Street, Allentown, Connecticut, on Tuesday, September 14th, 2021 at 7 p.m. on the following items. 1, to consider and act on adoption of the following proposed ordinance. A, the Allentown Code Adoption Ordinance. This public meeting is being held in person and will be live streamed on the YouTube channel, which is Town of Allentown, Connecticut, and the address. Attendance in person is required in order to participate and vote at the special town meeting. Copies of the ordinance listed above are available at the office of the town clerk and on the town website. Signed and dated the 2nd day of September, 2021 at Allentown, Connecticut.
Excuse me, I need a call for nominations for the moderator. Tracy Hansen, service moderator. Sorry, is there any other nominations? All in favor of Tracy Hansen serving as moderator? Any opposed? Tracy Hansen will serve as moderator.
Thank you. Okay, I am going to ask for a motion to dispense with the reading of the call of the meeting again. Okay, so the motion's been made and seconded. So all in favor of dispensing the reading, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, we're not reading it again. So now I'm going to read item 1. Which is to consider and act on adoption of the following proposed ordinance, the Allentown Code Adoption Ordinance. So I need a motion to accept item 1. Okay, so Julie made the motion and Jack seconded, and this is just to approve or accept item 1. So now item 1 is open for discussion. Yeah, so we'll start with Pam explaining.
So every year I get a grant from the state, part of the fees and the reporting. And a couple of years ago, we started this project to codify all of our ordinances. We discovered, Tracy and I, looking through them, that many of them had been repealed over the years. Many of them were conflicting with our zoning regs. So, we were actually using regs that didn't exist. So what this codification company did is they went through our regs, the state statutes, and the ordinances. They made sure nothing's conflicting. For them, a lot of these changes are just grammatical changes that they caught. There are a few other things which we'll go over, but then it went through legal to make sure that they agreed. And this has been a 2-year process, and it's finally almost done.
Yes, so most of the changes, as Pam said, were textual, and some of the ordinances that we had that had money in them, like for fees, some of those were the actual fee amounts were taken out. Just so it's hard to, if the fees stay in there, we were either not following them because the fees had been changed, and the ordinance never got changed because the ordinance would have to be changed too. So it just simplifies things to not have the fees in there. And nothing actually changed the meaning of an ordinance. There was the ordinances for the appointment of the assessor, the treasurer, and the tax collector. The wording was just changed to clarify that the original wording had the removal of the positions, because the ordinances changed, well, state that they're appointed positions versus elected. And the ordinance, the original ordinances, the wording of it made it sound like when the Board of Selectmen changed that they could reappoint or change the positions. The wording was just changed to add for just cause, because legally the town can't just change the positions without the possibility of a lawsuit. So that was changed to clarify that. All of these were online. Schedule A is the part that showed most of the changes from online.
The other ordinance that was changed was the ordinance for planning and zoning. When we voted it in last year, it simply said that the person needed to be replaced within a reasonable amount of time. That time needed to be specified because it was over a year before that position was filled, and we really can't go that long with planning and zoning without an officer. So we put, I believe it's 90 days.
90
now.
days.
Yes.
So it just to clarify, as a reasonable amount of time was 90 days. So the ordinance that we passed out to you and the ordinance that's online as the newer ordinance, after the public hearing, we had noticed that there were some questions that we had as the Board of Selectmen about the ordinance. The ordinance was actually written by E-Code. It's the ordinance that they use for all the towns that have the ordinance, the same procedures we do. They noticed that there was a number difference in section 1.1 adoption of code. The ordinance that we originally had at the public hearing mentions chapters 1 through 435, and we in the newer ordinance have it as chapters 1 through 330. So that's one of the changes. And another change is section 1-6, the supplementation of the code that was added, and that clarified some questions as to the procedure with the code, how it shall be prepared and printed, and if there are supplements to the code, and how those are prepared and added. So that wasn't in the original ordinance, but that's there now for clarification. And another difference is we had a question in the older ordinance as to what the reference of B and C subsections were, and we received clarification on that. There actually wasn't a C reference, so that's taken out and just the B reference is there. So this is the ordinance that we propose be voted on today. So I don't know if anyone has any questions about anything.
Weekly obligation to publish in language other than English.
No.
Could you repeat the question for?
The question was asked if we were obligated to publish this in any other language besides English, and I answered no. Are there any other questions? So the motion's been made and seconded to close discussion. All in favor to close discussion? Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, discussion is closed. We have no other items, so
We can just do it by eye,
all right.
or you can raise hands either way.
So I just have a motion to vote on the ordinance.
No,
No, motion what?
nope, you're just gonna move to a vote.
Oh, move to a vote. Okay. So all in favor of the Voluntown Code Adoption Ordinance, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, the Voluntown Code Adoption Ordinance has been passed. Thank you. Motion to adjourn? Okay. Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you. That was an easy meeting.